Flying is undeniably the fastest and safest way to travel. Today, we bring you the top 10 biggest commercial aircraft. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and welcome to Unique Top 10s. The Airbus A330 is a wide-body airliner made by Airbus. The A330-300, the first variant, took its maiden flight in November 1992 and entered service with Air Inter in 1994. In 2014, Airbus launched the A330neo, which entered service in November 2018. The A330 was Airbus's first airliner to offer a choice of three engines. The A330-300 has a range of 11,750 kilometers or 6,350 nautical miles, with 277 passengers, and it costs $238.5 million. Its largest operator is Turkish Airlines with 68 aircraft. The A330 has allowed Airbus to expand its wide-body market share. It competes with the Boeing 767 and smaller variants of the 777 and the 787. The Airbus A340 is a long-range, wide-body commercial passenger jet airliner that was developed and produced by the European aerospace company Airbus. The most common A340-300 accommodates between 250 and 290 passengers and has a 13,500 kilometer range. It was priced at $270.5 million. On November 2011, Airbus announced the production reached its end after 380 orders had been placed and 377 were delivered from Toulouse, France. The A340-300 flies 295 passengers in a typical three-class cabin layout over 6,700 nautical miles. This is the initial version, having flown on the 25th of October 1991 and entered service with Lufthansa and Air France in March 1993. Its closest competitor is the Boeing 777-200. When the A340-500 was introduced, it was the world's longest range commercial airliner. It first flew on the 11th of February 2002 and was certified in December of that year. Air Canada was supposed to be the launch customer but fled for bankruptcy in 2003, delaying delivery to March. This allowed early deliveries to the new launch customer, Emirates, allowing the carrier to launch non-stop service from Dubai to New York, its first route in the Americas. The A340-500 can fly 313 passengers in a three-class cabin layout. Compared with the 300 series, the 500 features a 4.3-meter fuselage stretch, an enlarged wing, significant increase in fuel capacity, slighter higher cruising speed, a larger horizontal stabilizer, and a larger vertical tailplane. It costs $297.5 million. The Airbus A350 is a family of long-range, wide-body airliners developed by Airbus. The first A350 design, proposed by Airbus in 2004 in response to the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, would have been a development of the A330 with composite wings and new engines. As market support was inadequate, in 2006 Airbus switched to a clean sheet XWB, which means extra wide body, powered by Rolls-Royce Trent turbofan engines. Its primary users are Qatar Airways, Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, and Lufthansa. Each aircraft costs $317 million. It typically seats 325 passengers and has a range of 8,100 nautical miles or 15,000 kilometers. It has a wingspan of 65 meters or 213 feet. There have been, as of today, 362 units built. The Boeing 777 is a wide-body airliner developed and manufactured by Boeing Commercial Airplanes. The 777 was designed to bridge the gap between Boeing's 767 and 747 and to replace older DC-10s or L-1011s. It is the largest twin jet and has a typical three-class capacity of 301 to 368 passengers, with a range of 5,240 to 8,555 nautical miles. It is recognizable for its large diameter turbofan engines, 6 wheels on each main landing gear, fully circular fuselage cross-section, and a blade-shaped tail cone. It has fly-by-wire controls, which is a first for Boeing. Its primary users are Emirates, United Airlines, Cathay Pacific, and Air France. Designed to replace early-generation Boeing 747 airliners, the A340-600 is capable of carrying 379 passengers in a three-class cabin layout. It provides similar passenger capacity to a 747, but with 25% more cargo volume, and at a lower trip and seat costs. The first flight of the 340-600 was made on the 23rd of April 2001. Virgin Atlantic began commercial services in August 2002. The variant's main competitor is the 777-300ER. The A340-600 was replaced by the A350-1000. It held the record for the world's longest commercial aircraft until the first flight of the Boeing 747-8. 380 units have been built, of which 377 have been delivered, and each unit costs $313 million. The Boeing 777-300 launched at the Paris Air Show in 1995. The 777 was designed to be stretched by 20%, 60 extra seats to almost 370 in tri-class. The last 300 was delivered in 2006, while the longer-range 300ER started deliveries in 2004. The 777-300ER is the B-market version of the 300. Its higher MTOW and increased fuel capacity permits a maximum range of 7,370 nautical miles, with 396 passengers in a two-class seating arrangement. It is powered by the GE90-115B turbofan, the world's most powerful jet engine. Before we reveal the top 3, please remember to like and subscribe. The Boeing 747-400, also called the Queen of the Skies, is a wide-body airliner produced by Boeing Commercial Airplanes, an advanced variant of the initial Boeing 747. With 694 delivered over the course of 20 years from 1989 to 2009, it is the best-selling 747 variant. It has been superseded by the stretched and improved Boeing 747-8, introduced in 2011. Its primary users are British Airways, Lufthansa, UPS Airlines, and Atlas Air. It has a wingspan of 211 feet or 64 meters, and its cruise speed is 933 km per hour or 580 miles per hour. It has a range of 14,000 kilometers, and each unit costs between $234 and $268 million. The Boeing 747-8 is a wide-body airliner developed by Boeing Commercial Airplanes, the latest and largest variant of the 747. After introducing the 747-400, Boeing considered larger 747 versions. The stretched 747 Advanced was launched as the 747-8 on November 14, 2005 for a market forecast of 300 aircraft. Its primary users are Lufthansa, Korean Air, Cargolux, and Cathay Pacific. 138 units have been built as of December 2018, each with a price tag of $420 million. It can seat 467 people in a typical three-class layout. It reaches a cruising speed of almost the same as its sister and the same range of 14,000 kilometers. The Airbus A380 is a wide-body aircraft manufactured by Airbus. It is the world's largest passenger airliner. Airbus studies started in 1988, and the project was announced in 1990 to challenge the dominance of the Boeing 747 in the long-haul market. It was first delivered to Singapore Airlines in 2007 and entered service in October of that year. Production peaked at 30 per year in 2012 and 2014. However, Airbus concedes that its $25 billion investment for the aircraft cannot be recouped. On the 14th of February 2019, after Emirates reduced its last orders in favor of the A350 and the A330neo, Airbus announced that the A380 production would end by 2021. The full-length double-deck aircraft has a typical seating capacity of 525, though it is certified for up to 853 passengers. 242 have been built, each with a price tag of $445.6 million. If you liked the video, please help us with the algorithm by liking, commenting, sharing, and/or subscribing.